Kenny wasn't like the other kids.
Remote control.
TV matters. Nothing else did.
Remote control.
Girl said yes, but he said
No. Remote control.
Now he's got his own game show.
Remote control.
And we've made it back to the basement at 72 Whoopincoff Lane. And once again, here is your host. You're the guy you probably have thinking, what the hell is he doing on this stage? It's Scott Seffy McVeigh. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Remote Control. We are still in Season 2, and we're just having a fun time. Tonight, we are going to do something pretty impressive. It is the battle of the former champions here. First of all, I got to introduce our current champion here, Mr. Russ over here in the center chair. Last week, Russ won a total in cash and prizes of $13,250. How you doing, Russ?
Doing okay.
I'm glad to hear that. So, do you think you have what it takes to go after these two titans that are on either side of you tonight?
Well, we'll just see what happens.
We will find out, too, because in the green chair next to you there, he's a former champion as well. He's won, at least, was it 3 or 4 games that I know of so far from last season? And
four games in a row.
Thank you, Yoko. That's what it is. It's Yoko.
Hello.
Welcome back. Give us a reminder of who you are and what you do.
Oh, my name is Yoko. I am a poker dealer for a major casino on the East Coast, and when I'm not busy shuffling up and dealing bad beats at work, I'm a VTuber and a anime game show host.
Nice to hear that. It's good to see you there today. All right, and in the red chair, the guy who actually retired from 5 wins in a row last season, Elliott.
Hello.
Welcome back, Elliott. How's it been?
Oh, same stuff, different year, right?
Pretty much, exactly. But let's say here, can you just give everyone a reminder of what yourself? It's been several months.
Well, I'm the host of the current running series, Lingo 87. We're having a championship game next week, and after that, $1 Million Prize Your Luck returns for season 2.
Sounds like a plan, then.
That's all on the Mount Hog PYL channel.
There you go. Let's hope for that goes really well. Okay. Well, you guys know all what's has happened on this channel, the show before. So what we're going to do is I've got myself my setup ready to go for you here tonight. There. Once again, you know all about the television. You know how this all works, though. And for those who don't know, again, we're just going to have, everyone go first. The current champion, Russ, is the one who gets to go first tonight. What channel would you like to start with?
Number 4.
Number 4, the Flintstones. That's right. Meet the Flintstones, everybody. Here we go. First question for 5 points tonight. We all know that Fred Flintstone is actually a pretty cool guy. He has this next door neighbor. Who's that neighbor? Yoko.
Barney Rubble.
Yeah, it's easy. 5 points. There you go. Now, what do you want to do, Yoko?
Let's stick with Channel 4.
All right, Channel 4 for, again, 10 points this time. Now, Fred has a pet dinosaur named Dino. The Barney, actually, next door, has his own pet. What's the name of that pet?
Oh, God. I know what type of animal it was. I just don't remember the name.
Same here.
That is time. It was Hoppy the Hopperoo.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Yoko, you're still in control. What do you want to do?
Let's go for who does number 2 work for?
That's the History Channel. All right. Let's get ready for some history today, guys. We'll start for 5 points here today. Which general had led the Confederate forces in the United States Civil War back in the 1860s? Yoko.
General Lee.
That is correct. Yes, 5 points again. There you go. Now what?
Let's go with let's close out Channel 4, please.
One more time to the Flintstones. Big 15 points this time. This one's a good one. We all know that Fred Flintstone is married to Wilma, but what is Wilma's maiden name? Russ.
think it was Slag Hoople.
You are correct for 15 points, and you're in the leader now. All right.
Good one, Russ.
And where would you like to go this time?
All right, how about lucky number 7?
Okay. Channels 007. I think.
Graphics error here.
Yeah. Did I get the screen looking too big on this one? Let me look here real quick.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I think I got to. Yeah, I need to resize that later on, but that's it's channel 007, so there you go.
Post.
All right, we'll get
Let's
that.
get this 30 points.
There you go. We'll just get that here. So now, if you haven't figured it out, we're doing James Bond stuff, okay? 5 points this time. James Bond is always known to have a pocket-sized best friend for danger. And I'll tell you right now, it ain't a martini. What is it? Yoko.
It is a Walter PPK. It's a gun.
You are correct for 5 points. Good job. Now what do you want to do?
It used to be a Beretta, but it was he upgraded in Dr. No. Let's stick with the James Bond channel, number 7.
Once again, let's blow up the screen. Okay. Now, the movie Die Another Day, we all know that James Bond songs are very popular, though. Sometimes you get a good person to sing the songs for the Bond movies. Which singer did the song for Die Another Day and even made an appearance in the film? Yoko.
Madonna.
That's correct. 10 points. Good job.
And let's close out the channel.
All right. Let's do a good 15 points this time. Now, in which Bond movie does the character Jaws show off his bite by chomping through a cable car cable? Yoko.
Moonraker.
That is right for 15 points. Good job. And we'll say goodbye to Channel 007 for this week. There you go. Now what?
Let's go to a channel that doesn't exist. Channel 1.
Channel 1, the Bat Channel. It's time to talk about our favorite Cape Crusader, Batman. All right, 5 points this time. Which cunning cat burglar with a heart as unpredictable as Gotham's weather can dance on the line between ally and foe in the movie The Dark Knight? That's Yoko.
That'd be Catwoman.
That is correct for 5 points. Good job.
Is my buzzer even working?
It's there. Go ahead and try. Yeah,
Yoko is just
try
really
it. Go ahead and
fast.
try it, Elliot.
Yeah.
It works. It works. We know it
Yes,
works.
Regis, it's yes, Regis, it's working.
All right. Well, Yoko's still in control. What do you want this time?
Let's stick with the Bat Channel, please.
You got it. Let's do 10 points this time. Here we go. All right. We all know that in the classic 60s version of Batman, the Riddler was played by the great Frank Gorshin. But which actor played him in Batman Forever? Yoko.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, 10 points. Good job. And now,
Let's close out the Bat Channel.
one more time, the Bat Channel here. All right, 15 points. Who is this formidable mastermind and the main villain that can challenge Batman's resolve in the origin story of Batman Begins? Yoko.
The Joker?
Not the Joker, no. Elliot.
How's the Penguin?
Not Penguin, nope. You want to try it, Russ?
I can't think of a villain
No
right now
problem.
who's in that movie. It's one of the ones I didn't see.
Okay, well, the answer was Ra's al Ghul.
Oh,
Yeah, that's kind of interesting on that. There you go. All right. Well, Yoko's still in control, I believe. So what are you going to do now?
let's go with the channel. I'm a person, not a free. I'm a free man, not a number. Channel 6.
Geography. Good choice. 5 points. This is a chilly desert that's found in northern China that can prove even deserts can have a cool side. Which desert am I talking about? Russ.
The Gobi Desert.
Correct for 5 points. Good job. And you're back in control.
So let's stick with the Geography channel.
All right. Geography for 10 points this time. All right. We're going to Italy, and this Italian city is home to a legendary relic that is wrapped in mystery and devotion. What is this city? Elliot.
Would that be Turin?
That is correct here for the Shroud of Turin. You're correct. 10 points.
I will stay with geography.
You got one more geography question here. Okay, 15 points. This is a snazzy name for a coastal wetland that likes to get a little salty with seawater. What are we talking about? Elliot.
A marsh?
Yes, I'll give it that. It's a salt marsh, so I will give you 15 points for that. Correct.
Yeah, but we find him out in center field.
All right, Elliot.
All right, number 2.
Number 2 is history. All right, let's get back to history here again. This time, I believe it's 10 points. All right, this should be a simple one here. If I was talking about hieroglyphics, what civilization was I talking about? Yoko.
Egyptian.
You are correct. 10 points. Good job. Now what?
Let's try channel 3.
Match this. That's right, guys. It's match game time. That's right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have you guys direct message me. You'll see my name there in the Discord. That's, that name right there. And I'm just going to give you an open-end blank, and I'm going to see if any of you can match what I've come up with here. If you do match me here, I will give you 15 points, and all 3 of you can possibly score here. This open-end match, kind of like an audience match, is this. Sonic blank. That's Sonic, S-O-N-I-C, blank. Okay, I got Yoko, and there's Elliot, and Russ. Okay, my answer tonight, of course, is Sonic the Hedgehog. All right, let's see what everyone says here. Yoko went with Sonic Boom. I can't give you any points on that one. Next, I'm going to go to Russ, and he told me Sonic the Hedgehog, that he gets the 15 points.
Yeah, of course.
And
I
finally,
said Sonic the Hedgehog.
and Elliot said the Hedgehog. So both Elliot and Russ will score points this time. Good job. So let's go ahead and say that and that. And there you go. We got it. All right. Since there's a tie, I'm just going to say Russ is behind of the 2 of you, so he gets to choose next.
All right, let's go to number 8.
Okay. Mortify your mom. This is a test.
Oh,
It's time
no.
for a test of guts and will here, guys. Simply put, the first of you who is brave enough to buzz in and tell me something that will mortify your mother will get 15 extra bonus points. Go. Elliot.
My mom is so old, you can't tell her RTFM. You have to go there and help her with the computer bit by bit by bit. It takes 2 fucking hours to do it.
That should mortify her. 15 points. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, Elliot. Now what?
Back to number 2.
Back to 2. One more time to history. A big 15 points this time. If I was talking about this civilization of this group of native people from the that are known as the Maori, which nation do they come from? Russ.
New Zealand.
That's correct for 15 points. Good job. And before we go, I'm just going to go to the one more category that I've always wanted to do because it's appropriate. Other jobs done by Wink Martindale.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's special.
Now, as of taping right now, it's been a few weeks since we lost the greatest game show host of our generation, Wink Martindale. Now we know that he's done a lot of game show hosting, but what if he did other jobs here? I'm going to ask a few questions here and see if you guys can guess what other type of job Wink could have done here. Start for an easy one, 5 points. Wink was found in a school, but he was not a teacher. Instead, he was out to go and do some cleaning around the area. What's the proper name for this job? Yoko.
That'd be a janitor.
Janitor for 5 points. Good job. And with that, I'm going to do one more time with Wink Martindale here. Again, for 10 points this time. All right. It's actually been said that Wink has actually went to the a construction site here. You could say he was actually had his natural leadership abilities at the construction site. What's another name for a leader of that? Yoko.
The foreman.
That's right. That's the foreman for 10. There we go. And with that, I'm going to say it's a snack break time. That's right. It's time for our daily snacks here. And oh, watch out. Here that comes from above. It's a set of Cool Ranch Doritos. Better get your bowls and catch them. Here we come. And there you go. All right. Well, that means it's time into round 1, and we're ready for round 2 in a few minutes, but we're going to take a commercial break. That way, we'll double all the points and get you 9 new channels. Be right back. Welcome back to Remote Control. It is round 2 here, everyone. And once again, we have a barn burner going along. Look at this. Yoko is in the lead right now with 80 points. Elliott is not too far behind at 55. And Russ is only about a 30-point question away here at 50 here. And if you haven't double checked by now here, where have you been? First of all, we're doubling the points. And as always, beware of 2 things. The home shopping zones lurks around there as always. And don't be last when we go to off the air. All right, Russ is in the lead, is in 3rd place, so I'm going to have him choose first.
Number 6.
All right, short people. That's right, folks. We're going to talk about some short people that are in the world here, and we're going to start with a 10-pointer this time.
Make the screen a little bit lower so you can see the guys' faces.
Funny. All right, 10 points this time. Now, you might not realize that this guy is only 5'6" tall, but this guy has been well known for many years for cool stuff, from music to animated voices to acting and everything like that. Who's the guy who's best known as Po from Kung Fu Panda? Russ.
Jack Black.
That's correct for 10 points. Good job. All
I
right.
didn't realize he was 5.
Yeah, 5'6". There you go. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Well, let's stick with the short people. Number
You got
6.
it. Another short person here. This time for 20 points. This time. Here's another guy who's short, about only 5'6". He's best known as a singer here, and he's been in a very popular Irish band for many years. Who's the lead singer of U2? Elliott.
Mono.
That's correct. 20 points. Good job. All right. Now what?
Number 9.
All right. That's wild card. Time for a whole bunch of uncertainty and lots of random trivia. Here we get going here. This author wrote an epic fantasy western series called The Dark Tower. He also might give you a lot of sleepless nights with his horror tales. Who are we talking about? Yoko.
Stephen King.
That's correct. 10 points. Good job. Boy, this is a great game
Let's
here.
stick with the wild.
All right.
Let's stick with wild card, please.
You got 20 points this time. All right, we're going to Spain for a food question here. In Spain, this is a sweet treat that you can dip your churros in for maximum deliciousness, and it's a chocoholic stream. What am I talking about? Elliott.
Fondue.
No, actually just the regular food itself, but that's okay. I can't accept fondue. Russ.
I'll guess mole.
I can't give you mole. That's not what I have on my listing here. I don't think it's flavored like this, like that either. Want to try?
I don't know. No.
Believe it or not, I gave you the ultimate hit, Chocoholic's Dream. It's chocolate.
Oh, just.
Oh, wow.
It's just
chocolate.
chocolate. Yeah,
Okay.
go figure.
Good.
All right. Let's see.
Let's go with number 2.
Number 2. My friend Stan, who doesn't watch much television. All right. Yeah, I got this neighbor here. He's named Stan here. He doesn't watch it a lot, but he does try to remember what little he has seen on television here. Hey, Stan, come on over here. Do I have to come over again? Yes, you got to come over. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay, let's see. What is this first show? I got to do this 20 points, right? Right. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. If I remember watching this show, I think I saw it recently on television. Something about this young couple got a mansion somewhere in upstate New York, I guess. The girl fell downstairs. Now she can speak with ghosts. I don't remember very much else about that. What show is this? Elliott.
That was Ghost.
That's Ghost for 20. You got it. All right, now
we'll stick with Stan.
You got it. One more
We'll stick
time.
with Stan.
Hey, Stan, do you remember another TV show? I think I do, yeah. This one I remember seeing on the oldies channels here. Some kind of drama about a hospital. I'm not sure if I remember the people, but I remember I saw the guy who actually is the voice of Kit from Knight Rider, and also I think a young Howie Mandel when he actually had hair. What show is this? Yoko.
Saying elsewhere.
St. Elsewhere, 30 points. Good job. All right. Bye, Stan. Go blow it out your ass. All right, Yoko, you're back in control. Where to now?
Let's finish up short people.
All right, one more short person here. 30 points this time.
Just don't call it Edward Short.
All right, this one's going to be a tougher one. This guy is approximately 5'7", and he's an actor, though. He was actually kind of not born in the United States, but he's been really good. He started his first role that I remember seeing on the TV series Mr. Robot, but he also played a damn good Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody. Which actor am I talking about? Russ.
Rami Malek.
You are correct for 30. Good job. And with that, you're just only 5 points behind Russ. How's it going there? So now, what channel would you like to go to this time?
Oh, I don't know which one I want. So let's just go with the non-existent number one.
Okay, Marvel Network. That's right. It's time for some superheroes with Marvel here. Here's a pop quiz for you folks, for your Marvel fans. The movie X-Men: The Last Stand. This movie came out in what year in the movie theaters? Elliot?
2012.
No, not 12. It's earlier than that. Yoko?
2010.
Earlier than that. And Russ?
All right, I'll try 2009.
No, I'm sorry. It was actually 2006.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think Russ is still in control. Now what?
Yeah, well, let's stick with Marvel.
Okay, let's do another Marvel one here. Big old 20 points this time. If I talked about a character that was known as Ben Grimm, he has a Rocky alter ego, but what is the name of that hero? Ben Grimm.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I know what he looks like. I just can't think of what they called it.
I have no idea who that is.
That was the Thing from the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Rocky-looking guy.
There you go. Okay.
From Fantastic Four.
That's correct. Yep. Okay, Russ. Now what?
We're finishing out Marvel.
All right, big old 30 points this time. Here we go. We all remember the movie in Ghost Rider here. Now, we all know that was Nicolas Cage playing Ghost Rider, but he actually made a deal with Mephisto that helped light this character's skull on fire. Which character did he try to save the life of here? Elliot.
Snoopy.
No, not Snoopy. We wish, but no. Yoko.
I'm going to take a guess. His girlfriend.
No, I can't say that. Nope. It was actually some other gentleman. That's all I know about.
I've got nothing.
Okay, the character was known as Crash Simpson.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nope.
pretty much. Nope. All right. I think Russ is still in control yet again. Now what?
Yeah. Well, let's go to the other end, number 9.
Back to wild card. Here we go. 30 points this time for a wild card here. The documentary known as Super Size Me was concentrated on one particular golden arched empire. Which restaurant chain are we talking about? Elliot.
McDonald's.
McDonald's for 30. Good job. And that's all the wilds. There you go. Now you're back in control. You're actually in the lead now.
Number 5.
Number 5, Pokemon Network. That's right,
love
guys. It's time for a
Yay!
little bit of Pokemon trivia here, guys. We're going to start here with a few types here for you for 10 points. The Caterpie has got a case of the jitters. What creepy crawly type is this Pokemon? Yoko.
he's a caterpillar.
Yeah, but what generic type of Pokemon is he?
Oh, grass. Grass type.
No, he's not a grass
Bug,
type.
bug,
No,
bug.
it's not grass type. You already said grass. I can't take it.
Yeah, I said the answer too.
All right,
I
Russ.
didn't even hear him.
All right, I'll try something. Ground.
Not a ground type. No. Does Elliot want to try? Yes.
Green.
No, not green.
Green.
Yeah, Yoko
I-
said it after he screwed up his answer. It was a bug type. There you go. All right, Elliot, I believe, is still in control.
Let's get off that thing. Number 8.
Number 8. Sorry, you hit the home shopping zone.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's not a good thing. But like I said, you lose the points, but you get a prize, though. This week's prize is pretty neat. I'm going to give you a little music nook here. How about that? I'm going to give you cool stuff. This includes a brand new turntable, 4 sets of wireless speakers so you can listen to it in comfort, 10 albums to enjoy the music with, and a whole bunch of knickknacks to decorate on your walls and your bookshelves. This prize package is $1,000 worth.
Yay.
But you do lose 20 points. That's the bad news, but you're still in control, Elliot.
All right, number 7.
Number 7, Scooby-Doo. That's right. Here's another new question. We're going to talk about our favorite dog and those middling kids here. Let's start with 10 points this time. Speaking of that great dog, Scooby-Doo, what breed is he? Yoko.
He's a Great Dane.
He's a Great Dane for 10 points. Good job. Now what?
Let's go back to Pokemon.
One more time.
Fuck you.
Another Pokemon question here. 20 points this time. Under a moonlight, the Jigglypuff gets a fluffy upgrade. Then he becomes a charming Pokemon. What does it evolve into? Yoko.
You said Jigglypuff, right?
Jigglypuff.
I want to make sure I heard.
Yeah.
All right, repeat the question.
Yeah.
I want to
I
make
was
sure I
saying
heard it right.
Jigglypuff upgrades to what?
A Jigglypuff.
Not a Jigglypuff. I can't accept that.
Okay.
Either of the other two.
No.
Okay, Elliot's going to try.
A dead cat.
No.
I know that one.
Time. You were close, Yoko. It's a Wigglytuff, not a Jigglytuff.
Wait. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's stick with let's close out Pokemon.
Okay, here we go. Let's do one more for a big 30 this time. Okay, this splash-loving gym leader has dealt with an annoying Psyduck for a longest time. It'll always be a big nuisance. Which gym leader am I talking about? Elliot.
Is it Ash Ketchum? That's the only one I know.
No, it's not Ash. No, it's Yoko.
Well, since Ash still owes her a bike, it's Misty.
It's Misty. You owe me a new bicycle, Ash Ketchum. And that's 30 points. There you go. Well, Pokemon's done. Okay. Now what?
Thank you.
Let's go back to Scooby. Let's go back to our favorite Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo, 20 points this time.
Scooby-Doo?
Okay, this one's a good one. Speaking of the dog himself, he always wears a collar. What's that collar's color? Yoko.
Green?
Not green, no. Elliot.
It's blue.
It's blue. You got 20 points that time. All righty.
Yeah, it's not the 31 yet.
Not
I'll
30
stick a Scooby.
yet, but we got 20. How about that?
Yeah. Now he
There you
wants
go.
it.
Now you got 20 points. Yay. All right. What to now, Elliot?
Stick with Scooby.
All right. One more time. Big old Scooby-Doo this time here.
Words you'll never hear Scooby-Doo say. Tape.
There you go.
Pizza.
All right. This is a tough one going to one of Scooby's movies here called Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. Who was the actual villainess in this movie here? I'll give you a hint about the last name here. Think of an Edgar Allan Poe poem and the last name of the Tomb Raider Laura. Yoko.
Ravencroft.
I'll give it that. Their first name is Sarah, so I'll give you that for 30 points. There you go. And unfortunately, we're off the air. I'm sorry. Russ, oh my gosh.
No. Hey.
Yeah, well, I couldn't beat
hey.
Yoko to the buzzer. It's why he was
that's
a
how it
former
goes, though. Yeah.
champion. I
Well,
kept
you're
hearing
not.
him smacking that buzzer. I couldn't get in.
Well, I'm not going to let you go home empty-handed. You get another $250 for being on the show, which means you get to leave this for now at $13,500. And until we see you next time, let's go through the wall. All right, guys, we've made it to the big ending here. It's time for our favorite little mini section, the This or That. Today's category, you're going to love this one. Close the door. I'm undressing. Okay, here's how this is going to work. I am going to give you 7 names here of things. You're going to have to buzz in and tell me if it's either a brand of salad dressing or the name of a legal brothel in the state of Nevada. So you're going to either tell me
Are you serious?
Yeah. So you're going to tell me either salad dressing or brothel. Okay? 20 points if you're right, 20 to your opponent if you're wrong. If you guys are ready, here we go. Hidden Valley Ranch. Yoko.
Dressing.
You better get that one right. Okay. Number 2. The Cherry Patch Ranch. Elliott.
Brothel.
That's a brothel, yes. The Moonlight Bunny Ranch. Elliott.
Brothel.
That's correct. Number 4. Wishbone Ranch. Yoko.
Dressing.
That's correct. Chicken Ranch. Elliott.
Brothel.
That's right. Annie's Naturals Cowgirl Ranch. Elliott.
Guessing.
That's right. And finally, Marie's Creamy Ranch. Yoko.
Brothel.
No, it's actually a regular type of dressing, but guess what? Yoko by 5 points. Oh, God, you won.
No.
Oh,
Good Lord. You won by 5 points.
Good game.
Great
Yeah,
game,
I think it's
guys.
is that the highest? Is that the highest losing score ever?
Probably one of the higher losing scores we've ever had, but there you go. But like I said, Elliot,
I think
you're right, though. Now, just for getting this far and getting so close, I'm going to give you another $500 in cash to go along with your music room setup. You got $1,500 for the day. How about that? Good answer, Elliot. Good answer. Well, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
All right, that leaves old Yoko here with $1,000 to start off season 2. How about that? But how would you like to win?
Not bad.
Some real good stuff here. How about that?
I would love it.
All
I
right,
think
well-
this is the second highest score I've set.
Yeah, but remember last season you set up a much higher score than this. But that's okay.
I think it was like 400 or something.
405. I remember that very well. There you go.
Yes.
Well, folks, let's come on back here in a few minutes, see if Yoko can once again tame the wheel of Jeopardy here as we go for a big prize here. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Remote Control, and I got our champion once again here, back on the wheel one more time like he was in season 1. It's Yoko. How's it going there?
I am ready.
I am ready to see if you are ready. How about that? So here's how we're going to do. You know how the Wheel of Jeopardy is, but for those who haven't seen the show, first of all, we're going to spin the wheel here. I'm going to ask Yoko some true or false questions, and every time he gets one right, he gets a green space and $250. Every time he gets a question wrong, he gets no money and a red space. Simply put, after all 10 wedges are filled in, we're going to stop the wheel either by him telling me to stop it or him hitting his buzzer to stop the wheel then, okay? Simply put, if that sucker lands on a green space, I am going to give you a grand prize. And this week's grand prize is a trip to London and Paris, France. That's right. You're going to spend. So here's what it's going to do. You're going to fly round trip first to London to spend a week over at one of the finer hotels. Then you're going to take the famous Channel train to Paris, France, where you'll spend another week. along the Seine River there. And then you finally will fly back home to the United States. The retail value of this great trip is $10,000.
Woohoo!
All right, so are you ready there, Yoko?
I am ready.
Okay, your category this week is, well, speaking of going to London, it's based off the royal family. There's questions about the British royal family here. Here we go. If you're ready, I am going to ask you your questions and spin the wheel. Question number 1. Prince Harry is actually taller than Prince William.
That is true.
That is false. Number 2. Queen Elizabeth II was the second longest reigning British monarch.
True.
Wrong. That's also false. She was the longest reigning. Number 3. Meghan Markle's real first name is Rachel.
False.
Wrong. It actually is. Number 4. Becoming the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth II actually trained as a mechanic.
True.
Correct. Number 5. The Buckingham Palace is where King Charles and Queen Camilla currently live.
That is true.
That is false. Give me a second here. Prince Philip was actually born in Corfu, Greece.
True.
Correct. All right. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle actually got married in the year 2017.
True.
False. It's actually 2018. In fact, it was actually about a few days before our taping day. Here we go. Number 8. Princess Beatrice and Eduardo Mapelli Mazzi's wedding was postponed due to the pandemic.
True.
Correct. Prince William actually can play the guitar, the piano, and the cello.
True.
Wrong. Actually, King Charles does, but not Prince William. And finally, Prince William and Kate Middleton are actually big fans of the TV series Game of Thrones.
That is true.
That is true. Okay, Yoko, you actually earned 4 wedges on the wheel. Unfortunately, this also means you got 6 bad ones. Are you ready to slow that wheel down?
That was a tough category, but yes.
Yeah, exactly. So you can either hit the button or just tell me to stop. And okay. Let's slow down. And I'm sorry, it is just barely in the red. Just barely in the red zone. Yeah, just a hair into the red. So I'm sorry, Yoko. No trip to England and France, though. But you did get an additional $1,000 for getting the 4 wedges there. So for the day, you end up with $2,000. And, of course, that means you can come back next time as our champion if you're ready. How about that?
Definitely. I'll be here next week.
Well, we will be here next week, too, though. And until then, I want you to go ahead and like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe to MVG Productions, too, because we really would love to get more and more people. Last time I checked, I think we had about 1,820 people, I think, give or take. Let's get that at least 1,850 before the end of summer. Maybe even close to 1,900 or even 2,000. Until then, this is Scott Seffy McVeigh saying, good night, everybody. Remote Control is a Midgar Madness production. Oh, and Stan? Yeah, you're fired. Damn it.
Jared.